Just want to start off by apologising if my throat sounds a little bit rough in this video. I'm recording this on a Monday to go out on the Tuesday. It's a pretty big weekend. Shouted at TV a lot, drank a lot. It was fun. Hi there folks, and welcome back to Sons of the Rock. This is episode 22. I'm Nick from SonickFM. Today, final two games of the season coming up. First off at home to Airdrie, and then also at home to Dundee. Since the last episode, this is what's happened. We left off with a 2-2 draw against Ayr United. Not drawn since. We've lost a few times, but we've not drawn. So off the back of that draw, we had a good 3-1 win away to Airdrie. Dangana, Henderson and McGeever getting on the score sheet there. Then we lost narrowly 4-3 to Dundee. Frizzell and Henderson with the goals there. If we take a look at this game, that's kind of how it went. So we went 1-0 up, they pulled it back. 2-1 up, they pulled it back. They then went 3-2 up, we pulled it back. We had a goal chopped off for offside. And then in the 70th minute, they grabbed the winner and we just couldn't pull back into it. Looking at the match stats, it's a pretty even game. Even say maybe we just edged it a little in terms of possession. But overall, pretty even game. I felt that we deserved at least a point from that. Wasn't to be though. We then were able to bounce back from that disappointing defeat with a 1-0 victory over Hamilton. After that, back-to-back losses against Inverness and Dunfermline. The Inverness loss in particular, we lost 4-1. That was pretty bad. And I was a little bit concerned we were about to start a slide again, but then we had 3 wins in a row. 3-2 over Arbroath, Henderson, Baldwin and Bonfilio getting on the score sheet. Then beat Ross County 4-3. Henderson, Baldwin and Bonfilio again getting on the score sheet. And then Ben Williamson popping up with a 94th minute winner. And if I remember correctly, they had just equalised in the 93rd minute. So that was a good game. It was one of those games that when it was finished, like, I wish I'd recorded that one. That would have been a great game to show. But we then went away to Queen of the South and absolutely annihilated them 5-2. Dangana with a brace, Henderson, McCausland and Bonfilio getting on the score sheet again. And then we lost 2-1 to Ayr. McCausland grabbing the only goal of the game for us there. And that brings us up to date with the games against Airdrie and Dundee. The league table is now looking like this. We are safe from relegation. We're basically battling out for 5th to 8th place at the moment, between ourselves, Airdrie, Inverness and Hamilton. And we're currently sitting in 6th place, so good position. And hopefully 2 good results. If we beat Airdrie in the first game, we'll go above them, and then we'll obviously wanting to try and hold on to that 5th place, just because it's higher up the league. A little bit more prize money, I think, and hopefully help give us a reputation boost as well. Michael Dangana, still the top goal scorer in the league, 22 goals. And Lyons is up there at the top of the assist table as well on 9 assists. And no other news really to tell you about, so we'll get straight into the first game now against Airdrieonians. This is the team that's going out for the game against Airdrie. As you can see, we're still playing the 4-2-3-1. And we have Zabrit in goals, Govia, Baldwin, Christensen and Gilhooly at the back, Williamson and Bandera in midfield, Henderson, Kirkpatrick and McCausland are the attacking midfield, with Michael Dangana leading the line. Adam Frizzell, as you can see, is still injured, which is why Kirkpatrick is in there in the shadow striker role. Kick-off time, and almost immediately we have a highlight. It's a throw in from Govia. He finds Henderson, who nods it into the box, and McCausland was there almost scoring in the first minute. The highlight's still going on though. The ball in from McCausland is cleared away by the Airdrie defence. That would have been a fantastic start and just what we needed. But still only a couple of minutes into the game and it's Airdrie coming forward with it now. Good ball out wide for Robert. He's got into the box. He's got men in the middle if he can find them. And he does, but is well defended at the back there by, I think that was Christensen. And then Bandera was able to mop up. Airdrie still coming forward though. And I was going to say Airdrie have managed to pick up the first goal of the game, but it was offside. I was just about to criticise whoever this was, Christensen, for his missed header, but it was offside, so we'll let Christensen off for that one. 9th minute now, and the throw-in is cleared, that's what you call a clearance, by Airdrie, and O'Reilly's on his own, and he decides to go himself rather than hold the ball up and has a shot, but the shot goes well wide. Don't really see the point in that highlight. Nothing really happened from it. Oh well. So, quick look at the other games involving Inverness and Hamilton. Inverness are currently drawing nothing each with Arbroath, and Hamilton are 2-0 down to Ross County as Airdrie have a free kick. It's with O'Reilly now in midfield. He tries to find an Airdrie player, but Gavia is there to head clear. Only as far as the midfield of Airdrie though. The ball comes forward again, and it's O'Reilly with it. He plays in Mackay. That was some nice football from Airdrie. How is Zabrit getting beaten at his near post there? I don't know what happened to defence. The defence were missing in action, but Zabrit really shouldn't be getting beat there. We see again Davis with the knockdown for O'Reilly. He plays in Mackay. Plays in Robert. Some nice football from them, but that shot, Zabrit needs to be saving that. Throw in now for Gouveia. He's into Henderson. Henderson nods it on, but it's headed clear by the Airdrie defence. I'm going to try and encourage the team as Christensen puts in an excellent tackle and wins the ball back again. It's with McCausland now. Can he turn? Does, but he loses the ball to a slide tackle. Bandera picks up and plays a fantastic ball for Michael Dangana, and he grabs his 28th goal of the season. What a pass that was from Mauro Bandera. That was just a thing of absolute beauty. See it again, McCausland loses out, Bandera picks it up, and what a ball. Dangana on the end of it, slots it home, levels the score up at 1 each now. What I was going to say is, Zabrit is, as much as I like him, I'm wondering if perhaps it's time to upgrade that position this summer. Baldwin hits the post and Christensen's there. Sebastian Christensen gets his first goal of the season. We've not scored a ton from corners, which is why I was okay continuing to say what I was saying. You see the ball in from Gavia, Baldwin gets up, header off the bar, and Christensen just gets ahead of his man to stab the ball home to make it 2-1. And that has moved us up to 5th place. Looking at the stats of the first half, the Leeds deserved. We've had more possession, we've had more shots on target, we've got a higher XG. We're doing okay. Happy with the performance so far. But I know I've said in, it was yesterday's video, I said I was going to be looking at doing a complete rebuild as we have another corner in from Henderson, but it's headed clear this time. Only as far as Williamson though. He gives it to Christensen. It's with Bandera now, back to Gilhooly. He plays the ball forward. Dangana knocks it down. McCausland can't get the shot away. It's taken off his toe. And it's with Airdrie now coming forward. Christensen does well to win the ball back though. McCausland has it again on the right. Gives it inside to Bandera. Bandera switches the ball out wide to Henderson. It's with him on the left now, inside to Williamson. Williamson plays it forward for Kirkpatrick. And it's McCausland in the end with the shot. It's just wide of the post. Yeah, as I was saying, I said in yesterday's video that I'm looking at doing a complete rebuild in the summer. And after having had a look through the team, I don't think I need a complete rebuild. There are definitely some areas where I think we need to strengthen. As Williamson knocks on the throw-in. It's with Kirkpatrick now. He turns past his man. Finds Henderson, who drops it back to Williamson. Henderson's through again, and Ewan Henderson is 9th goal of the season. Henderson is turning into a really good player for us. In fact, he's somebody maybe looking at potentially bringing in, either again on loan or permanently if we can get him. I need to have a look at what his contract situation is. But yeah, there are definitely areas where I feel I need to strengthen. Like goalkeeper. Zabrit has really not been that convincing this season. And perhaps that left wing. But we'll look at that properly at the end of the episode. before tomorrow's transfer special. Well, transfer roundup. Right, 10 minutes to go. Going to make a couple of changes. McCausland is tired, so we're going to bring Lyons on there for him. I think we're going to get Bonfilio on for Kirkpatrick as a shadow striker. He's a really good striker, but I'm also training him up in this shadow striker role, because when we're playing a formation like this, we can only play with one attacker, obviously. And I think that's going to be it for now. I'm quite happy with how everybody else is playing. Yeah. Final 10 minutes of the game. 3-1 up. I'm going to give some praise because they've done well to come back from being 1-0 down. And it's a throw in from Guifrog to Bandera. Bandera and Williamson exchanging passes out now with Henderson. He's got inside the box. Can he get a ball across? He does, and Michael Dangana gets a rebound after Hogarth does well to get a hand to it. And Dangana grabs his second of the game, his 29th goal of the season. We see there, Henderson gets the ball, just gets inside the edge of the box, makes it hard for the defender to tackle him, gets to the byline. The cross actually comes off the defender. Hogarth gets a hand to it, but he can only palm it out to Dangana, who taps it home. And that should do it. Good 4-1 win, for us. And as we can see, that's moved us up to 5th place. So the lowest we can finish now is 7th. Not too bad. I've said all season, anywhere above 9th, anywhere 9th or above was what my aim was. Final game against Dundee, decent result. Should keep us up here in 5th, potentially even potentially 6th, depending on how the results go. And we're back now with the team for the final game of the season against Dundee. A couple of changes. So McGeever has come in at the back for Baldwin, because Baldwin's suspended for this game, and Frizzell is back from injury, is coming in the attacking midfield in place of Kirkpatrick. He is only recommended 45 minutes of playing time, so we'll monitor him at half time. It may then be a case of swapping him out for Bonfilio or Kirkpatrick at that point. So the rest of the team unchanged. It's Zabra in goals, Gavia, McGeever, Christensen and Gilhooly, Williamson, Bandera, Henderson, Frizzell and McCausland, with Dangana as a striker. Kick-off time then, and Dundee are currently first in the league and are challenging for the title. Well, I say challenging for the title. They are trying to secure the title, so it's going to be a tough game against them today, as they have an attack here. It's with Walker in the midfield. He gives it back to the defender. McGeever cuts out the ball that was attempted over the top. A long ball played forward for Dangana to chase, but the Dundee keeper gets there first. But Bandera has managed to win the ball in midfield. It's with Williamson now, out to Henderson. Henderson feeds Dangana through. Michael Dangana does what he does best. 30th goal of the season for Michael Dangana. Really going to miss his goals next season if we don't bring him back. I did try to extend his loan in between the last episode and this one, but he turned it down. I completely forgot I'd done that until I was in looking at the transfer screen, and I saw that the contract offer had been there. But he did turn it down, but he done that last season as well, and then eventually came back to us, so he might be coming back. We'll see. Half an hour in, no further highlights, and Dundee have just had their first shot on goal. Under second. But we're doing pretty well so far. I'm quite happy with how things have gone in this first half. As we can see, it's been a pretty drab game, but we have had the better of it. I'm pleased with how things are going. I want to check the tactics quickly just to see how Frizzell's doing. He is tired, and he's losing sharpness. He's not playing particularly well either, so what I think we're going to do is get him off and get Bonfilio on for him. And then if need be, we can always swap Bonfilio with Dangana if Dangana starts to tire, and then bring on Kirkpatrick in that role. Okay, we'll get into the second half now. And immediately it's a highlight with a corner from Gavia. McGeever was up there with the header, but it was headed it away, taken away from him, and it's Robertson who's broken forward on the counter attack now. He's get into the box, and Finlay Robertson, a great goal from him. Zabret, bit suspect again. We see he should never have been allowed to carry the ball so far in the first place. But he breaks forward, Zabret's there, and he just kneels down, he doesn't move. What would you praying that the ball would go wide instead of trying to save it yourself? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do with the guy. Well, I know what I'm probably going to do with the guy. Relegate him to my backup and bring in a better goalkeeper. Assuming we can find one, that is. Right. 74 minutes now. We've got a couple of tired legs out there. We'll try and get some fresh legs in. McCausland is shattered. Going to get Lions on for him. Williamson and Bandera both really tired as well. Williamson not playing particularly well. So we're going to get Kirkpatrick on there for Williamson. And that'll do for now. Well, it'll have to do because I don't have any other subs. Henderson's got the ball on the edge of the box here. But the Dundee goalkeeper is able to pluck it out there before anybody could get a head on it. And he's cleared the ball up field now. And Cummings has got past Christensen. But he's shot from range. It's just wide of the post. And that'll be his last action because he's just been substituted. As we come into the final 10 minutes of the game, I'm going to encourage the team, see if we can't just push up and grab a late winner. Although, looking at the other results, the way they are at the moment, it keeps us in 5th place. It's Kirkpatrick on the ball in midfield now. Gives it back to Christensen. He plays it forward looking for Dangana, but it's cut out by Ekpiteta. It's forward now for Hercules. And Hercules, I was going to try and say his first name there, I'm not going to bother. But Hercules has scored in the 90th minute to make it 2-1 now to Dundee. Simplest of simple balls. It's a ball we've been really suspect with all season, is that route one ball over the top. And again, don't know what Zabret's doing there. He's shown for a tight offside, he's not, he's onside. And that is dropping us back down into 6th, unfortunately. There we go, Dundee are the league champions. So they are going to be in the Premiership next season. Congratulations to them. I don't want to see you collecting the trophy though. I mean, I'm not happy with the performance. I'm not happy with it either. So as we can see then, the table at the end of the season looks like this. We have finished in 6th place. Only a point behind Airdrie in 5th, so you know, we were nearly there. Michael Dangana's finished as top goal scorer. Lions, top assists. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to jump ahead until we get to the season review. And then we will take a look at that. Okay, here we are then with the end of season review for the 2022 season of Dumbarton FC. Looking at the signings, Ross McCausland signing in the season. I would agree with that. 38 starts, 11 goals, 8 assists, 6.8 average rating. Yeah, I'll give him that. Dangana, obviously, they're on loan, so you can't really count him, but he did have the best average rating. Looking down, a couple that were quite disappointing. Galuli, particularly considering we paid money for him, didn't have the greatest of seasons. 16 starts, 5 subs appearances, only a 6.46. Bandera, again, and Williamson actually, and Christensen to be fair, the 3 of them were coming in. I had high hopes for them. But you look at their ratings, Williamson, 3 goals, 5 assists. Bandera, 1 goal, 8 assists. Christensen, 1 goal and 1 assist. They all played similar amounts of time. All come in from big clubs. You know, Christensen's in from Everton, Bandera from Arsenal, Williamson from Rangers. Not great. Bonfilio, I'm not really going to look too much at his rating in terms of the fact he only started 7 games for us. He still scored 6 goals. He's one I'm more looking at for next season to be, you know, the player next season. Tyra, He only played one game, so that's an anomaly. Baldwin done well since he came in from Bristol Rovers, actually. 13 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist, 6.85 average rating. The board are very disappointed with that deal. Tough. Henderson, I would say on loan, turned out to be quite good for his 9 goals and 11 assists in 29 starts, 6.83. May look at, see if we can, in fact, let's take a quick look at him just now. Look at his contract. He's out of contract this summer. Do you want to sign? Let's see, get rid of that. Get rid of that. You can be an important player if you want. Happy with those promises. £725 a week. That's quite high. Right, let's see if we can bring that down to 650. Leave that. Against fee, season landmark. Okay, if you get 15 goals, we'll give you that. Remove that. If he accepts. 700. Split difference go 675. Yes. Looks like we've just signed Ewan Henderson for next season. Unless somebody or other teams come in for him, but we've offered him the contract at least. Yeah, so that's the transfers. You've seen them all. You've seen them play. You have your favourites. Let me know who they are in the comments. I know who mine are. Looking at the results, we were one of the competition's surprise packages, consistently defying expectations. We were third at one point. What could have been, So the board expected us to fight bravely against relegation. We achieved a mid-table finish. Average home attendance this season of 1,051, so 52% capacity. That's an increase on what it has been before. Dangana with top goal scorer, 25 goals. And the board are delighted the team achieved a mid-table position within the Championship this season. Scottish Cup, we were expected to reach the 4th round minimum, reached the 5th round, get knocked out by Celtic. The Betfred Cup, we were expected to be competitive. We didn't get through the group stages. Dangana, top scorer there as well with 2 goals. Also the top goal scorer in the Cup with 3. And then the Turnock's Caramel Wafer Challenge Cup, be competitive, knocked out in the 3rd round. Moments to remember. This win was a 4-0 win over Arbroath. Match to remember was the 2-1 win over Hibs in the Betfred Cup. And goal of the season went to Ewan Henderson in a 3-1 win over Airdrie. Let's go and take a look at it. Here it is. Bandera plays it out wide to Henderson. He gets past one man into the edge of the box. Yeah, good goal. There may have been 1 or 2 others that I would have perhaps said were better than that, but it was a good goal. Took out a couple of players before hitting the shot. Yeah, I'll give you that. Finances. Club's reputation has not changed over the past season. That may change by the start of the next season. I've noticed this is a strange thing, but it will tell you the reputation has not changed. And then by at the end of the season, like once the season officially finishes, it will tell you the club's enjoyed a slight reputation boost. You know, I don't know. No new sponsorships and no new sponsorship deals. Sponsorship money was up this season though. We're up from 86,000 to 91,000, almost 92,000. So that's a good increase. Broadcast revenue doubled again, probably primarily down to that game against Celtic. Corporate and hospitality down slightly. Competition prize money more than doubled, again because we're in a higher league. Matchday commercial and retail down slightly as well. £3,000 in total merchandise sales, 147 shirts sold. Williamson, Bandera, McCausland, Baldwin and Bonfilio, the top shirt sellers. This is how we lined up. For the most part, I would agree. We played 4-2-4 for most of the season. We had Zabrit and Gavia, Christensen, McGeever and Wardrope, Bandera and Williamson, Henderson, McCausland, Tangana and Bonfilio as the top team. I didn't win any awards. Player awards though. Ryan McGeever Was fans player of the season. Michael Dangana, young player of the season. Ross McCausland, as we've already seen, was signing of the season. Henderson with goal of the season. Dangana top goal scorer. Blair Lyons as most assists. Dangana most player of the matches and highest rating. And Bandera with the prestigious most passes completed per 90 minutes award. I'm going to get a trophy made up for that and just set it somewhere behind me. No competition awards for any of the players. And Ross Forbes became our oldest player at 33 years, 160 days old. Well done, Ross. And that is the end of our season review. The board have set the initial budgets. We'll have a look at that in a second. We have some players inducted into the overall best 11. Ross McCausland was selected along with Afolayan. That was the only two. They're both on the bench. What I have noticed though is Michael Dangana and Kevin Hanratty are now playing up front together. The formation's changed to the 4-2-4. So our overall best 11 is as follows: Zabra in goals, Gavia, Megget, McGeever and Wardrope at the back, Kirkpatrick and Forbes in midfield, Ethan Ross on the left, Frizzell on the right, Dangana and Hanratty up front. How did Ethan Ross get on last season at Inverness? 7 goals, 2 assists in the league. 6.83 rating. Not great, Ethan. I was disappointed in you for that. Although he scored 7 goals in 36 appearances for us, so he done a bit better. Right, so our initial budgets for next season. A wage budget of £12,025. Or £12,250, basically. 250, yeah. Maths is, as you can tell, one of my strong suits. So just over £12,000 wage budget and a transfer budget of just over 94,000. Almost hit the heady heights of triple figures there. And set the expectations. Again, fight bravely against relegation. Work within the wage budget, yeah, everything's all just the same. We'll accept that. And we'll send them all off on their holidays now for a couple of months. So what that means is I'm now free to go and start looking at transfers for next season and dealing with contracts, etc. So, as the season is over, we'll be back tomorrow with the transfer roundup and the opening 2 games of the new season. We'll also cover how we got on in the group stages of the League Cup as well. And that wraps up our first season in the Championship with Dumbarton FC. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like down below. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell to make sure you don't miss anything going forward, including tomorrow's transfer roundup. And as always, thank you very much for watching.